All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakakorash, to honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all that like Akim. Walk Wathim, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. All right, this is going to be another video through the Spirit. And for this one, I remember having a conversation with my dad, some years ago when I was younger. All right, and just seeing all of this technology now. All right, knowing of the mark of the beast, the plans that Esau Edom has for the immediate future. He's had these things hidden away in plain sight. These are things he's been working on for a very long time. Consulate. But basically, I just had to pause it for a second, lost my train of thought. But I remember the conversation I had with my dad. This was, I was a young child. He was driving. He had a F-150 truck. All right, and he was telling me about he was like, there's something called cruise control. There's a button that I can press and the truck will drive on its own. And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, bullshit. What do you mean the car will drive on its own? So you hit the button, me not realizing cruise control, all it does is keep the car driving. It doesn't steer and go around shit on its own. But to me back then, that shit was like magic. So fast forward in today's time, and what do you literally have? You have cars that can literally cruise control. These Tesla cars, they can drive, they'll stop, they'll make turns. All right, there's some of them that have gotten into accidents, but they'll completely drive. There's been videos of people falling asleep. All right, and I'm bringing this up to show you that the things that we're moving slowly, that we didn't necessarily pay attention to, Esau Edom has been working on them in the shadows since day one. All the shit going on, all the shit that we see has been a part of his plan. All right, ultimately a part of the Heavenly Father's plan. But this devil doesn't do anything without thinking of how to trap everybody up down the road. All right, that cruise control from back then was the beginnings of this Tesla shit that we see now. All right, the same way of how we're gonna have here this vaccine is the beginnings of the mark of the beast. This devil will like a literal snake. All right, you have an actual serpent, because they don't have arms, they don't have legs, they can't run up, they can't stand up and chase you down. So they'll wait. All right, you'll have a snake that will literally, hey, go watch documentaries. They'll sit there and literally wait weeks, days, weeks at a time, watching their prey, not moving until it walks over them and it'll clap their ass. All right, and that's Esau Edom. This is Psalms 64, and we're going to start at verse, let me see. Yep. Shit. I'll start at verse 2, Psalm 64 and 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. They literally have secret councils. They have meetings, all right? Bohemian Grove. This isn't a joke. People want to make fun of us, oh, we're conspiracy theorists. These devils actually meet up at different times of the year and conspire about how their plans are going, what they want to do next, all right? Which is why we see the sudden changes in society. All right, not too long ago, if you was a homo, you was looked down upon, and then all of a sudden, magically, in like within a day, now it's celebrated, now it's worshipped, all right? And that was all a part of an agenda. Things aren't out here happening randomly, all right? This dude has counsels hidden in the dark, pulling wicked strings. All right, verse 3, it says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right, the Constitution, that's bitter words put on paper. Their wicked form of their law, statutes, and commandments. All right, it never works in Jake's favor. The same crimes that an Israelite will commit, that an Edomite commit, you get double the time. All right. Verse 4, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. All right. Once again, all these different little mischievous devices that they have for us that we aren't aware about. All right. Hey, chemtrails, you try to tell somebody about that, they think you're fucking crazy. You try to tell somebody about fluoride in the water, they think you're fucking crazy. How GMOs isn't good for your body, all right, stunts your growth, can keep you in perpetual sickness. These are their ways of them shooting at the perfect, all right, and not fearing, because they know the average person is so stupid and just wants to live their life. They're not going to stand up and fight against the system. They just want to live their life. That's all they want to do. All right, verse 5, it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? God, hey, so they've laid traps privily over the decades, over the years. And we're seeing, the closer we get to the end, we're seeing some of the final manifestations. We're seeing we're seeing the world that he wanted. Esau Edom wanted cars to drive automatically. Esau Edom wanted drones instead of people in the military. He just wants to be all AI and shit. Esau Edom wants, this dude worked hard to set up this world. All right, and hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gonna strip him from it all in the end, which is beautiful. All right, because this devil didn't work hard. He didn't kill people, had fools threw off cliffs, had fools drowned and beat. All right, then there was a person who basically he created an engine or a car that can run simply off of water. All right, all you need as the fuel source is water. They went and took that, took his patent, locked it in a deep basement. Why? So they can continue making money off the oil industry. All right, there was a guy who figured out how to make a washer machine where you don't have to use soap, you just use water, and the way that it spins, the water knocks all the dirt and filth off of your clothes without having to use soap. What'd they do? They took his patent and stuck it somewhere in a basement. Why? Because they have their own game plan that they've been working on too hard and too long for, that they don't want to see perish, and they'll do anything to keep it. All right, Genesis, one more just to show you, Genesis 3:1. All right, and we know that the spirit that was in the serpent and the wicked man in the Garden of Eden was a spirit that went to Cain, and is the spirit that is upon Esau Edom. All right, so Genesis 3:1, it says, now the serpent, all right, that wicked man, was more subtle than any beast. All right, more slick. All right, more cunning than any other of the people that were there, the Adamites. He says, of the field which Yahweh Bashim Yahushai power had made. And he said unto the woman, hath the Most High Power said, ye shall not eat of the tree of every garden. Yep. So in just that first verse, it says he was more subtle than any beast. All right, they have that wicked mindset. If they want to just look at what happened to Gad and Reuben. They pretended like they were friends, In the back of their head, they're knowing that this land, we're going to cultivate this land, chop all this down, get this reservation out the way. Meanwhile, they're in the middle of shaking this man's hand, telling him that it's all love and peace. This is the person that we're dealing with. If he has to sit and wait 10 years for his plans to be executed, then he'll sit and wait 10 years, which is why, it tells you that they wanted, like these different books, Agenda 21, Rex 84, King Alfred Plan, they wanted to bring shit and lock down way long ago, but they're willing to wait. They're willing to let years go by until shit is in perfect order. All right, in their mind, of course. But what's going to happen to them when they think that they have it in perfect order? What's going to happen to these devils when they think that they got it? All right, Job 20 and 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right, and that word wicked there is labor. All right, the slaves. In the fullness of his sufficiency, meaning right when this devil thinks he's about to accomplish everything he's been working for. All right, right when he think, he's the people that don't have the mark, he's about to kill all of them. That movie Elysium. Matter of fact, I might use that as a picture. That picture of Elysium. That dude, that's Esau's ultimate plan. He's done all these things in this world so he believes he's going to create a utopia for himself. All right. He's killed many people. He's killed his own people. Shit, JFK, shit. Abraham Lincoln, he's killed his own people who have tried to stop him from accomplishing his goals of old. All right. Which ultimately, Esau Edom's main goal in life, whether he realizes it or not, is to get revenge upon Jacob. That's what all this is. He wants to get revenge upon Jacob. These are all the things that we see in the world are just different means to an ends. All right, polluting the air, polluting the food, polluting the minds of the people, making everyone work hard, little pay, these are all means to frustrate and destroy Jake. That's all it is. All right, and right when this asshole thinks he's gonna reach his Elysium, right when he thinks he's gonna reach his Zen, all right, his Nirvana, all right, his Eureka, all right, what's gonna happen to him? He says, when he is, verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High Power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So right when this devil thinks he has it, man, this shit is gonna collapse. All right, hey, and it's gonna look, it's gonna look like we losing for a minute, y'all. When he declares this mark of the beast, when he's out here on our heads, that 2nd Esdras chapter 16 tell you he's gonna be spoiling those that fear the Lord, spoiling and destroying. Hey, some brothers is gonna perish. Some brothers are gonna go on the run. It's gonna look like we about to catch a fade, and guess what? The Lord is gonna come rock His world. All right, Yahushua is gonna return. The angels, the chariots, elect raised up, 1/3 raised up. All right, and what? How is this place gonna culminate? Verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. And this sword cometh out of his gall. He developed the own very weapon that's gonna bring him down. The thermonuclear missile. All right, ballistic missiles. The very own tool that he developed for his world dominance, for his stay of power, is gonna be the very same thing that brings him to his fucking knees. All right, so just a real quick video. It's just an observation I had made. That memory that came back to me. And it's like, damn, there's so many things looking back on growing up, especially in the movies. You watch the old movies and TV shows, y'all. Hey, y'all brothers, y'all are older than me. Hey, the Jetsons, taught phones where you could see people's faces, TVs that you could touch. And now look what we have. Phones, you can see people's faces, TVs you can touch. Hey, there's another song. What was that? There's a song, No Handlebars. It was a hip-hop song by this group. What was it? The Flowbots. He's like, I can ride my bike with no handlebars. Basically, he's giving lines of things that normally are impossible. All right, one of them, riding a bike without handlebars. For the average person, you just can't do it. It's too difficult. And one of the things that he says is, I can see your face on the telephone. Why? Because a phone, normally all you can do is talk through it, but the way that they have it now, you can see through them. Because what is it? Apps like FaceTime. Let me see. You got let me see. I'll probably get one more too. Let me see. I got one more. Another one out of Job, surprisingly, but yeah, or not surprisingly, I meant to say. Basically, he had said the line, I can see your face on the telephone, because the phones back then, the damn dial thing, you would have never imagined you'd be able to do the things you can do with them now. All right, so showing you it was all a part of E's plan. All right, it's been a long time coming, or a long time in the making. All right, this will be the last one, Job 5:12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right, perfect. So this man is going to be disappointed. All the things he wanted to do, all right, all the construction he wanted to do, flying cities, cars, teleportation, perfect. He's not going to be able to reach it. All right, hey, that movie Astro Boy, he ain't going to be able to reach that. Avatar, when they was all going to different planets stealing resources, he's not going to reach it. The Lord ain't going to let him reach it. Everything, he's going to be stripped of it. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, R'chakorash, to honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim. Walk, teaching truth and sincerity. And I'm going to say Shalom.